and here we are with the fifth in the series, which equates to Friday, as we work through a whole variety of either chair-based sitting exercises or using your chair to stand for support. So again, the invitation today is to try the exercises standing, unless you have certain hip or knee issues, in which case please do stay seated in Pilates posture. So most of the exercise can be done seated as well. So just make sure you've got plenty of space. If you are using a chair, make sure it's a good solid one. It's not likely to rock over and fall over. Have a drink ready. The exercise video lasts for about 30 minutes. So prepare yourself. If at all you feel giddy, unwell, please take a seat and just rest. You can always stop the video and come back to it and work within your own pace. So we're going to be starting off with standing Pilates posture as always. If you are remaining seated, think about sitting on a chair that has the right height. So your legs will be at right angles, your feet will be firmly placed on the floor so you're comfortable. Don't sit back right into the chair, but sit part the way forward so you've got room to move. So for those of you who are standing, if you do need to hold the chair for support, do so. Otherwise, if you can do some of the exercises and rely, go to the chair just if necessary, then you'll get a good all-over balanced approach. So just starting off Pilates posture, looking down at your feet, making sure your feet are hip distance apart, your toes are pointing forwards. You should feel light on your feet, so you're not pushing too much either into your heels and not too much into your toes. So try and find the halfway point. And also notice then when you're standing slightly more heavily on your right foot or on your left foot, that will just give you some indication of imbalances in your body. So from here, think now and feel pushing down through your feet and imagine your body starting to grow up the sides, up the front, up the back. It's almost as though someone's got a tiny strand of hair and they're just pulling you up towards the ceiling. Your neck gets longer. As your neck gets longer, just keep your chin tucked under a fraction and then very gently just push your head back only about 1 centimetre or so, and it just gives a nice neutral line through the back of your neck. So you've got a nice distance between your earlobes and your shoulders, and we'll just bring the shoulders to life by doing 3 shoulder rolls backwards. So bring your shoulders forward, lift them up, take them round behind and lower, and again lifting up and dropping all the way down. Last one, lifting up, and as you bring the arms down, feel the shoulder blades coming into a gentle V shape down towards your waist. That's where you're aiming to get a long back. As you carry on now lengthening, think about taking your tailbone, the base of your spine, down towards the floor, stretching from the back of your neck all the way down your back, so you're standing as tall and as straight as you can, or sitting as tall and as straight as you can. To maintain this posture, we now need to start engaging through the lower belly muscles. So if you can't find them, you're not entirely sure, a good start point is start pulling your belly button back in towards your spine, so narrowing the gap, and that will automatically engage your lower transverse muscles. I want you to keep your glutes soft. If you're sitting, they will already be soft, so you don't have to think about it. If you're standing, you might just want to take your hands to your bottom and hold on, and then engage your pelvic floor muscles. So just start to pull up your pelvic floor muscles inside you, and then just release down again. Your glutes shouldn't tighten. We want to keep those nice and soft and just pull up and then lower back down again. 3rd time, pull up and lower back down again. Tighten through the front of your legs and bring your arms down by your side, or just keep one hand on the chair. Bring your awareness to your breathing. So we're going to think about your rib cage as a big balloon, expanding in all directions and then shriveling back down again. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Bigger breath as you're able to, and again, deep breath in and out and out and out. Last one, breathing in and again breathing out. And just allow your breath to return to more normal. Keep your tummy engaged. You might want to bring your hand to the chair. We're going to be doing some rocking backwards and forwards. If you're seated, you can just still rock your upper body forward and backwards. If you're very balanced, bring your arms down by your side. So take a breath in, and as you breathe out, rock forwards towards your toes, and breathing in again, rock back towards your heels. So it's a small movement. If you're feeling very balanced at this, you can try just half closing your eyes. So shutting your eyes but still looking through your eyelashes. And that's a real balance challenge then. If you are feeling very balanced, you have no risk at all of falling, closing your eyes completely, and that makes the exercise much harder. So it's your choice. You've got various levels there. Keeping the movement slow and keeping it in time with your breath. So don't forget you're breathing out as you lean forwards, breathing in as you come backwards, breathing out as you come forward. So your rate of movement is governed by your breath. Don't do the movement and try and breathe in time with it. Listen to your breath and allow your breath to pull your body forwards and then release it back again. We've just got one more forwards and one more backwards to go. Coming back to centre, we're going to take the movement into a side-to-side sway. So again, you're just transferring your body weight from one foot over to the other. Both feet stay on the ground, but one becomes lighter as you go over to the other side. If you're seated, you're rocking from side to side on your chair, taking all the weight through one buttock and then through the other. Whichever position you've adopted, standing straight, sitting straight, imagine you're within 2 panes of glass, so you're not leaning forward and you're not leaning backwards. You're simply transferring the weight from one side to the other. And this starts to build strength through your legs and through your hips. It's a very simple exercise to do, but quite effective. And you've just got 2 more to each side. Still putting your tummy in, shoulders still pulled back and down. You may have your hand just lightly on the chair, but it's only light. And your last one over to the right, and last one over to the left. And then coming all the way back to centre. Take your hand onto the chair for support, and have the other hand on your hip. So what I'd like you to do is take a tiny bend through your left knee, and still standing tall. So you haven't sunk into your left hip, you're still standing tall. And we're going to be lifting the leg out in front of us with the knee bent. If you're seated, you can again lift your leg or just kick your leg out to the front. So knee is lifted, knee is bent. And come into ankle rotations to warm up through the ankles. So making the movement slow and precise and really feeling the movement going on. So your shin muscles will be contracting to pull the foot up. And then they'll be releasing, and your calf muscles will be working to take the foot back and down. Reverse the direction of the movement. So the very gentle warm up through your ankles. Still standing tall on your supporting leg. Don't slump. So we're getting strength through the supporting leg, through the hip joints, through the thigh. And 3, 2, 1. And lower that leg back down again. Going straight onto the other side. So all your weight's through your right leg. Tiny micro bend through the knee, so you're not really sunk down, but you're not straight, you're not pushing the knee back, because that's going to be detrimental to overextend through your knee. Also, it means you move and actually engage the muscles slightly stronger. So lifting your left leg out in front of you, it doesn't have to be very high as long as the foot's off the ground, and then rotating again through the ankle. Notice the difference between the 2 legs. This one might move a lot more easily. You might feel more stable on your right leg. It just depends on where your strengths, where your weaknesses are. So lovely gentle movement, really feeling the muscles do the work, and then take the movement in the other direction. Good. Lovely, we've got 3 more to go. 3 and 2 and 1, and bring both feet down. Just take a little walk through that, just to stretch out, particularly through the front of your hips. We're going to work those muscles again now. So again, holding onto the chair with one hand. You can do this exercise where you're seated as well. I'll just demonstrate the movement. I'm going to turn my back to the chair just so you can see, otherwise I'm going to kick the chair in the other direction. You're going to be lifting the leg out in front of you and then straightening and bending and straightening and bending. So again, starting with all the weight through the left foot, tiny bend through your left leg, pulling yourself up tall, your shoulders are back and down. Think about pulling your tummy in for support. So your back muscles are working in that, even though you don't realise it. Hand is lightly on the back of the chair, other hand could be on your hip, and slowly lift your right knee. It doesn't have to come very high. The higher it comes, the harder it is to do the leg extension. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, straighten the leg. You're tightening through the thigh and pulling your kneecap up, and then just taking a bend back through, and then straighten and bend. It's as though you're in slow motion, kicking a ball on the floor in front of you, so it just rolls away. Straighten and release. So feel your thigh, feel your knee tighten. This is strengthening for your legs, strengthening for the supporting hip as well. Might not be feeling too bad at the moment, but after a long period of time standing on one leg, then yes, you certainly start to notice it. Still pulling your tummy in, don't let your posture go. The only movement here is through the knee, and the hip is being held static. Let's see if we can just do 4 more. Do take a break if you want to. All the exercises work at your own level. Don't push yourself too much. 3, and last one, 4. That was quite a long time. And bring the legs down. Again, gentle walking roll from side to side to release off through your hips. And take all your weight now through your right foot, small bend through the right knee, hand back on your hip. Again, hand just loosely on top of the chair. Try to avoid gripping it or leaning into it. So you're standing straight. It will encourage a long, straight spine, which will give you balance on both sides. Just bring your left foot out in front of you. Lift the toes off the floor. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch. Breathing in to come back, and breathing out, and breathing in. So in Pilates, we tend to breathe out when there's exertion. So the exertion here is the tightening up of your thigh muscle and your knee. Still pulling your tummy in. Take a break if you need to. If it's too much, we really have to have strong thighs to be able to do this. And we need strong thighs for balance, for walking. Supporting leg is still working. See if you can try and squeeze the glute on that side for extra support as well. That's a little bit too much. Leave that out at the moment, but still think about the length all the way up through your body. And out, and in, and out, and in. You've got 4 more. Go on, you can do it. And 3. Just swinging gently from the knee. And your last one, and release. Oh, very tight through the hips. Again, a little bit of a walk through. If you want to hold on to the chair, come and face the chair and just carry on with some gentle walking through. So all you're doing is lifting one heel up and then lowering it down as you lift the other heel up, and it releases off through the front of your legs, your hip flexors, quite nicely. And we'll take a stretch through that. So holding onto the back of your chair, take your right foot out behind you, and then see if you can just lean forward a little bit and keep your back straight. Take a bend through your left knee. So you're pushing into the chair. The body's one straight line from your head down to the back of your right heel, but you've got to bend through the left knee. And you should feel that in the back of your calf muscle on the right leg. Just stretch that bit out. Still pulling your tummy in, so you haven't got into a back arch, your head isn't lifted, you're gently leaning forward, looking at the back of the chair. And then release, step up. Take your left leg out behind, toes down, and then as you put the heel down, bending through the right knee, body is at a slight angle. So you get a very gentle stretch of the hip flexor, the front of your leg, and also a deep stretch then through your calf muscle. If you can't get the heel to the floor, bring the foot a little bit closer in and see if you can do it then. And push. So stretching is as important as doing the move itself. We need to be able to stretch the muscles to make sure they stay long and supple, and they can work at their maximum. So coming back up, facing your chair, and we're going to come into little squats. So you can hold the chair if you want to. We're going to start with knee bends and then take it more into the squat. So we did this in the last class, standing up firm, feet are hip distance apart, shoulders are back and down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, take a tiny bend through your knees and up again. So keeping your back straight to start with. So very small movements. You're just getting the movement through your knees and into your hips. Work at your range of movement. If you're able to go a little bit lower, then that's great. Just 2 more. And you can stay at this level if you want to, or we're going to start to increase the intensity to work through the glutes. So now, as you go down, what I'd like you to think about doing is hinging forward from your hips straight back, and then sitting down. So you're taking bottom out behind to sit on the small chair and come back up again. And lower. And push. Lower. And push. It doesn't have to be a very deep bend. But the important thing now is when you come up, you're not pushing into the chair. You could actually just float your hands off. It's there as support if you need it for balance. So as you come forward, your head tips forward. It's though the whole of your back is just tipping forward into this straight line. Keep pulling your tummy in so there's no arching through your back. You're still thinking about your tailbone as being long. The whole of your back is a long line. And push back up through your glutes each time. So as you come down and squeeze the glutes to push up and bend and squeeze. Try and keep your weight in your heels rather than coming into your toes, because it means your glutes are going to work more than the front of your thighs. You've got 4 more to go. And 3. And 2. And last one, coming all the way back up and just coming back round to the side, whichever position you're in, arms down by your side if you want to, if you're comfortable. And we're going to be starting off with some arm movements. So again, if your balance isn't too good and you need to hold on to the chair with one hand, by all means do so. We're going to work the right arm to start with. Back is long, tummy is pulled in. Take a breath in, bring your right arm up over your head, breathing out, bring it all the way back down again. And again, lift and lower. Keep your left arm down by your side, pulled away, lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower. Now we're taking it onto the left arm, so lift and lower. Keep your right fingers down the side of your leg, lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and stop. So what I want you to think about doing is think about your ribs, bottom ribs, and your hip bones, and they're now pulling down, closing together, and that will tighten your tummy. And I want you to hold that position, because we're going to attempt to bring both arms up in front of us. But by bringing them up, we don't want to stretch through the front of our tummy and take the back into a back bend. That's not the position I want. I'd like you to keep this bit firm, your back long, and you'll be floating your arms up as high as you can, and then slowly lowering them back down again, thinking about the tightness through the front of your tummy at all times. So I'll stay facing sideways, arms down by your side, tiny micro bend through your knees, back is long and your tummy is pulled in. Take a breath in, lift both arms. Breathing out and lower all the way back down again. And lifting and lowering. So the movement is just through your shoulder joints. Trying to keep your shoulders back and down. Every time you bring the arms down, think about pulling your shoulder blades back down your back. So it's a little bit more complicated than just swinging your arms around. Tummy is tight. So you've really got good posture throughout the whole length of your body. And you've got 4 more to go. And 3. And 2. And your last one. And bring your arms all the way back down again. A little bit of a shake out through your arms. So we're going to come on to another arm movement. We're going to bring a chin drop in as well. And just before we get going on that, let's just warm up through the neck. So take a breath in, look up. As you breathe out, chin towards your chest. Feel the tightness in the back of your neck start to stretch. And breathing in, look up. And breathing out, chin to chest. And again, breathing in, look up. And breathing out, chin to chest. Bring your head all the way back to center. Float your arms out to the side. So again, you can do this exercise seated. Ideally, it's not with one hand on because we want to work both arms at the same time. So take a breath out. No, we're going to take a breath in to start. Breath in. As you breathe out, bring the arms across in front of you. And breathe in, open them both wide. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. So this is opening through the front of your chest and also opening through your back. So as you bring your arms forward, feel your back stretch. As you take the arms back, feel your chest stretch. And this time, as you bring the arms forward, chin to chest. As you take the arms back, a little lift of your head. And chin to chest. As you bring the arms across, open the arms, gaze towards the ceiling. So if that's too complicated or you can't get the coordination, keep looking directly in front of you. Otherwise, think about drawing a pair of curtains in front of you, then opening them out and looking at the sunshine. Draw the curtains and open back out again. Draw the curtains, open back out again. Really working through the upper arms. You might start to feel this fairly soon. You've got 4 more to go. And 3. And 2. And your last one. Coming all the way back to center, release your arms down, feeling a bit sore, 3 shoulder shrugs. So lift your shoulders and let them drop down. Lift your shoulders and let them drop down. Lift your shoulders and let them drop down. So we've done quite a lot of work there through your arms, your shoulders and your neck. Did some work early on your legs. Let's just start to get some mobilization, the length of your spine. So we're going to take the spine into different directions, starting with the side bend. So take a breath in. You can have one hand on the chair if you want. As you breathe out, lean over towards the right, coming all the way back up to center. And then take the lean over to the left and all the way back to center. If you don't need the chair, stand close to it, but just going from side to side. And you'll go within your range of movement. So again, I've mentioned it before, think about standing between 2 panes of glass. You're not leaning forward and you're not leaning backwards. Your tummy is pulled in tight all the time. Think about your back being long. It's just bending from side to side. So you may only go a little way down, but every time you go down, you're stretching through the side of your body and then tightening through your waist muscles and your tummy muscles to bring you back up to standing. 1 more to each side and down, and then all the way down to the other side and coming back to standing. I'm going to take that into the roll down. Again, you can use the chair if you want to, because we're only going to do the half roll downs. If you don't need the chair, leave it behind. If you do suffer from high or low blood pressure, my advice is do a half roll down and then come back up very slowly. If you start to feel a little bit giddy or weird, then just take a seat for the moment. Okay, so you can have your hands on the chair in front of you if you want to. Back is long, tailbone is tucked. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, chin towards your chest and just roll down a little way. Just feel the stretch. Your head is heavy. You feel the stretch across the back of your shoulders and into your mid-back. Take a breath in as you breathe out, slowly coming all the way back up again. So that could be with a very small range of movement. If you've got a greater range of movement, go for it. Breath in as you breathe out, chin to chest, round your shoulders, let your arms hang. Just coming down as low as you feel able to, so you feel a stretch down the back of your legs. Keep a tiny micro bend in your legs. Breath in, pull your tummy in, and as you breathe out, slowly coming all the way back up. When you get there, regain your posture. Take another breath in, last one. Breathing out, chin to chest, and slowly dropping down as far as you feel able to. We do it slowly so your back has a chance to relax and stretch out. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, coming all the way back up again. Mobility through your back, through its length. We'll take that into back extension. So float your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. If both arms up is too much, keep one arm on the chair. Look up, stretch up towards the ceiling. For those who are able to, a very gentle lean backwards. It's minute, it's not very much at all. Just a very gentle lean, but because you're stretching up and over, there should be no compression in your lower back. Coming back up to center and lower the arm all the way back down again. 1 more. Floating both arms up towards the ceiling, tighten your tummy, look up, lengthen your back, and then a very gentle back bend. It might only be an inch. Just holding it, feel a nice stretch down the front of your belly. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, coming all the way round, down, and back to central. Coming into shoulder rolls, we're going to take the shoulders back, both at the same time if you can. If you need one arm on the side, then do one at a time. So bring the shoulders forward, lift them up, take them back and down. So doing 8 in total. So if you are holding onto your chair, do 4 on one side and then 4 on the other. So that's 4. Swap over if you're swapping, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and a little bit of a shake out. So we're now just going to take it into the spine twist. So bring your hands together in what we call prayer. Just float your fingers and your thumbs apart and place your thumb in the center of your chest and bring your index finger underneath your chin. So from the side, you're looking like this with the elbows out to the side. The fingers are just making sure that your head is in the correct position, so it's not too tucked, otherwise your fingers are going to be up your nose and you don't want that. And you haven't lifted your head too much, there has to be contact. From here, just very gentle spine twist. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, rotate round towards the right. Breath in, back to centre. And as you breathe out, take the twist round towards the left. Coming back to centre. So if you've had enough of standing and you need to sit, this exercise is perfect for seated, being seated. Get my use of English sorted out. Sorry to distract you. And remember, you're breathing out as you twist. Breathing in, back to centre. And breathing out as you twist. Breathing in, back to centre. So this is good for spinal mobility in the upper spine region, from your waist upwards. It becomes hard work after a while. It's actually harder to do this exercise seated, I think. And last one to each side. And take it all the way round and back to centre and release. So we're just going to come back into the arm slides that we did in the last class. Take your arms out to the side, make cactus arms. So be stretching through the front of your chest and squeezing your shoulder blades. Have a quick glance down the side of your body. Are your arms in this position, leaning forward? Just try and pull them back as much as you can without arching through your back, sticking your bottom out and your chest out. So you still want your long straight back. You want everything pulled in alignment and hold your tummy in. So it might not be possible for your hands to be pulled all the way back, but try as much as you can to rotate through your shoulders and get that posture. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring the elbows down to your waist and then push all the way back up again. We're only doing 8 of these today. Pull and push and pull and push. Imagine you're pulling down on a bar and then pushing something all the way back up again, and pull down and push back up and pull down and push back up. For the last 3, you can do the hand movements if you want to. Grip your fists, pull down, stretch your hands, push back up. Fists, pull down, hands split, push back up and pull down. Last one, and push all the way back up and just release off. And final one for the chest, it's called Dumbwaiter. So bring your hands out in front so they're parallel to the floor. Try not to bring a bend through the wrists and do anything funny with your wrists. The hands are flat, elbows stuck into your waist, so they've got super glue on them. And you imagine now you've got a cup of hot tea on both hands, or coffee, or depending on the time of the day it is, maybe you've got a glass of wine or a gin and tonic. I'm no judgment. You can have whatever drink you want on your hands. Keep your shoulders pulled back and down. Take a breath in and pull your arms back to the side without taking out the chair. And then slowly bring it all the way back to front. And pulling back, squeezing your shoulder blades and back close. And pull open and then back. So from the side it looks like, and pull and close. Again, keeping your back straight, keeping the length through your back. It's all for squeezing through your shoulder blades. It's hard work to open up through the front of your chest like this. And pull back and release. And pull back and release. Take it into Cleopatra. So pull back and hold. Extend both arms out to the side. Bring the elbows back into your waist and back hands to the front. And open. Extend. Pull back and close. Open. Extend. Pull back and close. Keep pulling your tummy in. 3 more to go. Really stretch your fingers to the corners of the room. 2 more. Absolutely straight. Remember, you're serving the drinks. Don't want hot hands, don't want ice dripping out. Last one. And then bring the elbows back in. Hands release and drop them and give them a little bit of a shake around. So I'm just going to bring my chair around and we're going to complete today's session with just a little bit of breathing. Breathing in quietness. So sitting back in your chair, having the back of the chair supporting your back, but don't slump. So you're still pulling yourself up nice and tall, and just have your hands in your lap. Think about your feet being hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart, so Pilates posture applies throughout. Your shoulder blades are still pulled back and down. Starting to feel your tummy being pulled right in. If you're sitting tall, and then just take a moment to close your eyes. Just allow your body to breathe. There might be noises going on around you, distractions. Just notice them and then bring your awareness back to yourself. Maybe you can hear the sound of your own breath, noticing the cool air coming in through your nose and the warmer air coming out through your nose or through your mouth. As you breathe in, feel light. As you breathe out, notice a heaviness, a softness in your body. Try not to have any strain through your neck, so your chin is tucked under slightly, so your head is balanced nicely on the top of your spine. And just taking these few moments, noticing how your body feels. Notice any areas, tightness. Allow your body to settle a little bit. You can release some of the tension of Pilates posture. And just coming into a comfortable place. Just watching your breath, not trying to force it, just watching each inhalation and each exhalation. And finally, bring your awareness to your face. Just trying to smooth out the worry lines in your forehead and around your eyes, releasing tension. Maybe just allowing your mouth to open very slightly, which will take the tension out of your jaw and your throat. Noticing the quietness and the stillness in your body. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another breath in. As you breathe out, open your eyes, look directly in front of you. Just drop your arms down by your side, 3 shoulder rolls back. And then bring your arms into your lap, sweep your arms up to the side, look up, and bring your arms all the way back down again. Last one, breathing in, up, and breathing out, all the way back down, hands into your lap. And thank you very much again for joining me with chair and standing based Pilates. Hopefully you're feeling stronger, a little bit more relaxed, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you very much.